Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? We must. I repeat, we must return back to the God of the Old Testament and Him alone. No exceptions. No Batman and Robin. No Justice League. No only begotten Son of God. None of that. That is called idolatry. And you want to know why? Because the Most High God, He is the kind of God, He wants you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt when He says something that is true. That's why He gave the chosen ones, not the pretends, the pretend to be chosen ones, the want to be chosen ones. He gave the real, true chosen ones, the hidden ones. You, the Hebrew Israelites. He gave you the knowledge. He gave you the wisdom. He gave you the Holy Scriptures. That's why they call them the Hebrew Scriptures, referring to the Old Testament, okay? This New Testament, they took that and they added it on, okay? And don't try to tell me it's all the same book. If it was, they never would have called it New Testament. You notice the majority of the book is Old Testament, and then towards the back somewhere, they added on the addition with the new God. The one that has gotten my people, which is you Hebrew Israelites who've been scattered into all nations, primarily through the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, and also it's coming to light that there was a Pacific Coast slave trade as well. They have hid so many times that all the nations have put us into slavery. Psalms 83. Those are all the nations who are very much against the hidden ones, the chosen ones, also known as the Israelites, also known as God's inheritance. Did you know that if you are a Hebrew Israelite, that you are the Most High God's inheritance? Just let your mind wrap around that for a second. That Yahweh has an inheritance. I don't know if you just heard that sound confirmation in the back. Hold on one second and hit that like button. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel, okay, if you haven't already. Biblical prophecy is one of the ways that you know you are a Hebrew Israelite, because the Most High God, the God of the Old Testament, He set markers on His chosen ones that way, even though you get down to the end of days, the end days like we are right now, these are the end days, okay? The Most High God wanted to have a way that the chosen ones who have been hidden, the hidden ones, the chosen ones, the Most High God wanted to make sure He left a way that you could find your way back. And that is with biblical prophecy, okay? Prophecy has a way of building up your strength spiritually, building up your faith, especially when you see things come to pass, okay? Prophecy at some point when it was written, it was prophecy. Once things start to happen and take place, it will become history. Some of these prophecies we're going to read right now, they've already taken place. So now as me and you are reading them, those are worldly history notes, also known as ancient biblical prophecy. And when you know how to link the two up, that's how you can see if you're an Israelite. Some of these prophecies are continuous prophecies, curses that never stop. See, not all prophecy is good. You got good and bad with everything. That's the world we live in, the duality, okay? We're going to try to keep this short, okay? Not too short that you don't know what I'm talking about, but we're going to keep, this is going to be one of the shortest videos you're probably going to see over here, okay? These are prophetic curses to let you know you are an Israelite. This is how you know your true identity, your real nationality. Listen to this, okay? We're going to read a little bit out of this right here, the Apocrypha. It was a part of the Holy Bible. When the Bible first got translated into English in 1611, this was in there. But in 1885, the Roman Church thought it would be cool to remove it, so they did. And now when we try to bring it back, people pretend like we're adding something to the book when that's not what we're doing. Okay, we're just trying to bring back what was already there. And we're going to be reading out of this, the regular King James Bible. Okay, and we might even peek out of this. If you've been around here for a while, you know about this. And excuse my extremely ashy knuckles. Look at that. Look at that. I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Like I've been playing in a basket full of chalk. But that's what your hands look like when you're working knee deep in slavery every day. Can I get an amen out there, as the Christian church would say? I ran straight to the Bat Cave to make this video because I got so much stuff I got to do. And we not having a live stream today, but I got to get this out, right? The Yahweh Bible. I'm telling you, check out the Yahweh Bible playlist that we have on this channel. And now, here's what I'm going to do, because we got to make instant believers out of somebody. The Most High God put identifying markers on you, I'm talking to you, so that you would know who you are. These markers, these curses will follow you into the ends of the earth, so that one day you'll look up, you'll see a video like this from me or somebody else out there, a brother or sister, and they will be telling you the same thing that I'm telling you. You have been cursed. The chosen ones have been cursed. The hidden ones have been cursed. The dark side of being a chosen one. It ain't all glam and glitz, okay? You've been through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. Your life has been a wreck, okay? Since birth, many of you, your life has been a train wreck, going downhill, an 18-wheeler going downhill with no brakes, headed into a brick freaking wall, okay? People don't like to talk about that side of being chosen. Pretty damn ugly and harsh. But the name of this channel is called Mr. Real Talk, so we deal with reality. The Most High God put curses on the whole entire nation of Israel, which is you Hebrew Israelites. Some curses deal directly with the man, specifically for the men. Some curses are specifically for the women, and some curses are for the men, women, and the children, all of us. Because the ancient Hebrew Israelites, they did not want to keep the Most High God's laws. Just like many of you, me, all of us, our mothers, fathers, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, for the most part, none of us wanted to keep the Most High's commandments. This ain't nothing new. The Hebrew Israelites always wanted to buck up and go against the commandments. That's who the Hebrew Israelites are. That's who our ancestors were. That's who we have been up until now. Because now we trying to repent, and we trying to repent every day, dropping the idol like Yeshua, JC, Yahweh. We don't want to hear nothing about no other deity. We're only turning to the God of the Old Testament, and the God of the Old Testament is not Yeshua or Yeshaya, Yahweh, JC, none of that garbage. The God of the Old Testament can't die. He won't die, okay? Stop your lies out there. All of you vampires, you know who you are. Now let's go to these scriptures, okay? First, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read 2 curses that are specific for men only, and then I'm going to read 2 curses that are specific for women only, so that when you hear these, something is going to go off in your spirit to let you know this is talking about you, and that, yes, you are one of God's chosen people, okay? And once you find this out, now you have an obligation to turn back to your God. Not Jesus, not Yeshua, not Yahweh. Most High, please forgive me for saying that name. You better turn to Yahweh and him only, or it's going to be lights out. And I'm telling you that in a kind, loving way. The Most High is not going to be kind and loving when he snuffs your life. All right? Turn with me to Isaiah. Okay, I'm going to try to get y'all out of here as quick as I can. Isaiah 51, right? Because I know a lot of us are in slavery right now. We got to get up early in the morning. Some of us working overnight. Some of us working 2 and 3 jobs, 2 and 3 plantations. It's rough out here. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 20. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 20. Listen up. This is one of the curses right here that is specifically for the men of Israel. I don't care what you call yourself. You call yourself black, African American, Jamaican, Haitian, black American, North American Indian, indigenous American Indian, black Mexican, black Cuban. Call yourself whatever you want. I'm telling you, and specifically here in America, because I grew up here in America. America is my homeland. Okay, this is my land. My land has been taken from me and my brothers and sisters by the nations, the colonizers. Psalms 83, they've taken over our lands, all of them. Okay, listen to this. This curse has been on what you would call so-called black men. Okay, definitely here in America. I'm here in North America. For the last 30, 40 years, this is you, so-called black man, and you are an Israelite. Your true identity is being revealed through biblical prophecy, which is now, as we speak, worldly history. When it was written way back when, it hadn't happened yet. That's why it was prophecy. By the time me and you were born and came on the scene, this is already happening. Listen, Isaiah 51 and 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. As a wild bull in a net, they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. When it says thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of all the streets. You know what's at the head of the street? At the head of the street is called the street corner. That's the end of the street, the corner. In America and other countries too. But I'm from America. I can speak 100% boldly and confidently on this. In the streets of America for the last 30 to 40 years, all of the ghettos, the slums, the so-called hoods have been filled with so-called black men at the heads of the corner doing what? I want to know, is there anybody who's watching this video who's going to be honest, whether you're a man or a woman? I want you to go down in the comment section right now and type in the comment section what has been going on in the ghettos, in the slums, in these so-called hoods for the last 30 to 40 years on the street corner. Is there anybody out there that would like to tell me and everybody else out there some of the things that have been going on the street corner? Go right down below in the comment section. I want to see, and brothers and sisters want to see, what was going on your street corner in your neighborhood when you grew up. I can tell you what was going on mine. Multiple different neighborhoods I lived in growing up. My family members' neighborhoods they lived in. Isaiah 51 and 20, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. As a wild bull in a net, they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. You know how wild a bull is in a net? A strong bull and a wild bull on top of that. That bull is going to be bucking up and down, wreaking havoc. Dangerous. Those are the corners at the heads of the streets. We just read about it. That's one of the curses. You wonder why your daddy got killed on that corner selling dope? Isaiah 51 and 20. You wonder why your cousin got shot in a drive-by on the corner? Isaiah 51 and 20. You want to know why that house got kicked in on the corner? They was selling dope out of. They was trapping out. Okay? Trapping out of their house. Pimping. Pandering out of that house. You know why? Isaiah 51 and 20. Every time you turn around, it's a homicide scene. Where? On the corner. You know why? Isaiah 51 and 20. As a wild bull in a net, full of the fury of the Lord. Y'all don't hear me. That's one of the curses for the men. Okay, look, let's go and get one of the curses for the women. We're going to hop back and forth. Shout out to all of the women out there. All of the women out there who are at ease. You need to wake up, okay? Because you don't have as long as you think you do, fam. And that's why the Most High got his children, his sons and daughters, making videos trying to warn our brothers and sisters before you get snuffed. BK'd. Okay? You're going to get BK'd. Trust me. But I don't want that to happen, so that's why I'm making this video. Hopefully somebody will listen out there. To all the sisters out there, if you've been trying to figure out your real nationality, maybe you've been calling yourself black. Oh, I'm Trinidadian. I'm Jamaican. I'm a black Mexican. I'm a black German. No, you're not. You are a Hebrew Israelite. And here's one of the proof. Ancient biblical prophecy is revealing your true identity right here. Disclaimer, I'm not saying this to offend anybody, but I got to bring this out because I need all the brothers and the sisters to see themselves in these curses. That's the only way something is going to click and you're going to realize that, hey, this whole Old Testament Bible is about me. I am God's chosen, but I've been hidden. But you're being revealed today. You're not hidden anymore. Listen to this, to all of the women out there. This is how you know you are Israelite. One of the curses specifically for you. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 24. Listen. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. And instead of well-set hair, baldness. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. And burning instead of beauty. Basically, the Most High is telling you he was going to de-beautify you. Going to make you ugly. I can't make this up. We just read this, y'all. But look how the worst part starts off. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. Listen to me. I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm not saying this to belittle anybody. I'm saying this because the God of the Old Testament said this. And whether you want to hear this or not, this is happening to a lot of you out there. But you never knew why. In fact, if women out there don't want to admit that this is happening to them, I get it, all right? The sisters are soft, they're sensitive. I get it. But this is happening to many of you out there. Instead of sweet smell, there is a stink. The Most High has made your vagina smell horrific. Okay? This is not to be funny. This is not to play games. If you are a so-called black woman, if you are a so-called black man, you live in the so-called black community, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying is true. Now understand this. Does every single curse hit every man and woman? No. Just like Isaiah 51 and 20, that hit a lot of the brothers for the last 30, 40 years on these street corners. Did it happen to every single brother? No, but it happened to a whole hell of a lot of us. More than enough. Same thing like with this Isaiah 3 and 24. Did it happen to every single Hebrew Israelite woman? No, but it happened to a whole lot of them. Enough of them that anybody who's in the black community, you know what I'm talking about. There's plenty of stories out there about the horrible smell of those parts from the women. The Israelite women. Okay? But nobody's going to tell you that. You know why? Because they don't really love you. I'm your brother. I really love you. So if you happen to stumble across this video, and you might not even been looking for this, now you know your private parts have a very horrible smell. One of the reasons why is you've been cursed by Yahweh. Okay? Now, let's go back to a curse specifically for the men. I promise y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all too much more longer, y'all. Bear with me. Hit that like button, okay, on your way in the door. Hit it right now. And subscribe to the channel if you're not. This curse right here is specifically for the men. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54. Listen. Deuteronomy 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of the children which he shall leave. There is the destruction of the black community right there. Do y'all see that? You want to know why most black people had to grow up without their father? Now look, not all black people grew up without their father, but most of them, the majority of them, okay? And you want to know why? We're reading it right now, Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. There's your black on black violence. I don't care whether you're calling yourself Black American, North American, Indian, Jamaican, Haitian, black on black violence. The streets of America are filled with black on black violence. Last 30, 40, 50 years. And that also ties into Isaiah 51 and 20. You want to know why you had to grow up without your father? You want to know why your father wasn't there? It's Deuteronomy 28:54. And toward the remnant of the children which he shall leave. It's a curse. The Most High put the evil spirit on a lot of our brothers, even to hate their own brother, their blood brothers, and their brothers from another mother, like you and me. That's why our people cannot get along. Every time you get more than 5 of us in a place that don't know each other, niggas is pulling out them things. And they gonna get busy. Why? Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, men used to be kind, soft, humble, and meek, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. That's when them curses kicked in. Okay? No more brotherly love. Now it's all about disdaining your brother, trying to use a 100-round clip, 100 round this, 100 round that. That's all these young niggas talk about. I got 100 round this, 100 round. That 100 rounds ain't gonna stop you when the Most High come to snuff you out. Trust what I'm saying. So that's another curse that falls on the men. That made the men leave their families, have an evil eye, and commit ridiculous amounts of black on black crime. How many people have been robbed at gunpoint by their brothers? Okay? I know people who actually robbed their own family members at gunpoint. Yeah. The street life ain't nothing to play with. Anybody out there ever been robbed at gunpoint by their own family member over drugs? Oh yeah, it goes down out here. Because it's just what we just read. That's another curse that's on the men. Do you see this? I'm talking to somebody out there. If anybody out there sees this, let me know in the comment section that you with me, yo. Now we're going to read another curse specifically for the women. Because we got to get the men and the women, all of us, brought up to speed. Look, we all got taken out together, and we all going to get built up together. For the women out there, here's another curse specifically for you. Isaiah chapter 3 and 17. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. The Most High God knows how precious hair is to women. He knows how precious beauty is to women. The Most High said he was going to tear the Israelite women down. He was going to smite, what? Smite this with a scab the crown of their head so that they're not able to grow their hair. A lot of God's children, chosen women, his children, the women, they have a problem with growing their hair. Their hair will not grow the way that they want it to. It won't grow at all for some of them. For some of them, they get a little bit of growth. Some of them a little bit more. Some not at all. Because the Most High God was so angry, he was pissed. Okay? He was pissed. And so when he gets pissed, He rolls out them curses for the disobedience. That's the main crux of this, y'all. And that sound confirmation right there, letting you know what I'm saying is 100% true. The whole point of this video is to reveal your true identity through, not my words, but through biblical prophecy that has been played out right in front of your face. You see Isaiah 51:20 about as a wild bull in the net at the head of the streets on the corner. That's you, so-called black man. I don't care if you call yourself a black Mexican, black Cherokee. Call yourself whatever you want. That's you. And all the women out there, the Most High made your private parts smell horrible, okay? You know who you are out there. That's you. But I bet you didn't know why your private parts smell so bad. Because sound confirmation, this is for somebody out there, whoever you are, wherever you are. It's not that you haven't been washing yourself properly. It's not that you even been promiscuous or sleeping around. Now that could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just that you're not sleeping around. You're not promiscuous. You're not any of that. But you have not turned back to the Most High God. So because of that, because you could be following JC or Yeshua or Yeshaya, drinking spiritual blood, that makes you an idolater. That makes you abominable. And the Most High will say, okay, you want to serve another God? Boom, your private parts smell horrible now. Oh, you want to serve another God? To all the brothers out there where we used to be able to depend on and count on brotherly love? Okay, whoop. Now I'm going to make your brothers, your next door neighbor, your literal blood brother. He going to be against you. He going to rob you. He going to bang out. He going to do all kind of erroneous things to you because the curse, you've been cursed. That's the whole point of this video, fam. I want the men and the women to see themselves in these curses because that is you. And now you got to turn back to the Most High God. You're going to have to get rid of Jesus Christ. You're going to have to ditch him because he doesn't mean you any good. I know you think he does, but he doesn't. Okay? And while we're on that, let me just check this out real quick. The book of Psalms, chapter 16, verse 4. See, and this is why on this channel, we love the Old Testament. We don't subscribe to that new crap. Check this out. Psalm 16 and 4. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. Didn't Jesus tell everybody, here's my blood, which is offered for many. Drink it all. That's what Jesus said in the New Testament. But what did the Old Testament say? What did David say in the Old Testament? A man after the Most High's heart. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. God in the flesh, Jesus Christ, that's another God. Whether you like it or not, understand it or not, you're being warned. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer. Letting you know that what? King David was in the spirit. He saw way into the future. He saw this demonic JC, Christ, telling people to drink blood. King David said, what? Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer. And notice that drink offering, it could have been any kind of drink, but he said their drink offering of blood, letting you know that what? Way in the Old Testament, King David saw in the spirit. The Most High showed him somebody gonna come along and deceive the whole world and have you niggas drinking blood, turning you into a damn vampire and a demon. And that's why the curses are gonna come on you. You want the curses to leave? The first place you can start, you need to get rid of Jesus Christ out of your life. You don't gotta take my word for it. These words are gonna hit their mark because these are not my words. Return to the Most High and him only, okay? That blood drink offering, what you gonna do with that? Psalm 16 and 4. You got a decision to make. Are you gonna listen to Jesus in the New Testament? Or are you gonna return to the God of the Old Testament like you've been called to do? That's why you're in this video right now. Whoever you are, wherever you are, you're here because the Most High wants you to return. Let me read like one or two more verses and I'm gonna let you go. Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Let's stay in that same 28th chapter. Jump over to verse 34. I'm sorry, hold up. No. My bad. Let's go to, you know what? We ain't gonna go to none because we'll be on here longer than we want to. I just wanted to give you guys and gals a glimpse because we can't go over everything in one video. But this will be something for you to get started on. Play this video back as many times as you need to. Share this video, like this video to help this thing pick up traction so that another brother or sister can be blessed. I pray that some brother or sister out there was edified and blessed. I hope and pray that somebody has a more clearer understanding of who you are and how to prove it. And we will make more videos helping you, guiding you. We're going to grab you by the hand. We got plenty of hidden ones over here, plenty of chosen ones, plenty of people. Excuse me. We got plenty of people over here who are one of them ones. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Most High willing, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.